This could be the biggest update for Honkai yet. Version 3.0 is bringing a brand new path with independent summons that have their own skills and abilities. And here's the surprise. There's talk that Gilgamesh from Fate Grand Order might actually join Honkai. We've also got some exciting details on new characters coming in version 3.x. So, in this video I'll talk about every new info we got recently. If you want to save up to 20% on the current banners, visit lootbar.gg. Here, I can buy 3,280 Oneiric Shards for $40, while it costs $50 in-game. I just enter my UID and select a server. Since every top-up goes through Honkai channel, I received double the Oneiric Shards for my first purchase and saved $10. Besides Honkai, you can also top up in Genshin, and Lootbar has around 20,000 5-star reviews for both games. I've also used Lootbar for dozens of welkins and supply passes in my giveaways, so I can personally recommend it. Use my link in the description for an additional 5% discount. Alright, let's start with the big unexpected rumor. According to some info from Xiaohongshu, we might be seeing a collab between Honkai Star Rail and Fate Grand Order in 2025. What makes it more interesting is the claim that Gilgamesh could debut as early as version 3.3. This would be a big move since we've never had a collaboration character in Honkai, though Genshin Impact did have Aloy from Horizon Zero Dawn. Could we see something similar in Honkai? Honestly, it's still unconfirmed and a bit of a reach, but it's something to keep in mind. A collab between Honkai Star Rail and Fate Grand Order would actually make a lot of sense since both are turn-based RPGs focused on strategic combat and team building. With similar gameplay styles, bringing a character like Gilgamesh to Honkai would feel natural for players. Let me know in the comments if you'd pull for Gilgamesh. Next up, let's talk about a new path that's supposedly coming in version 3.0, named The Remembrance. This path is unlike anything we've seen so far. According to Seal, characters following this path will utilize a servant in combat. This concept sounds pretty unique, as the servant will act independently on the battlefield with its own HP and skills, but you won't directly control it. Think of it like an upgraded version of Numbi, but with much more versatility. The first character confirmed for this path is Aglaia, who has an electro element and is the one introducing these new mechanics. Although we don't have specifics on her servant yet, it's exciting to think about how this will shake up team compositions. An independent unit with its own skills and abilities could bring a lot of depth to gameplay, so Aglaia is definitely a character to keep an eye on. Now, for a character many of us have been eagerly waiting for, the real Herta. As most of you know, the current Herta we play with is just a doll, but in version 3.0 we're finally getting Herta's true form. She's an emanator, which means she has attained the permission of an Aeon to draw power from the Aeon's path. Emanators are characters who act as avatars for the powerful Aeons, channeling their abilities and ideals. This connection grants them unique strengths, making emanators like Acheron and possibly the real Herta formidable and influential figures in the game's universe. In terms of gameplay, her new 5-star version will stick to her ice and erudition roots, but here's the twist. Her appearance will change significantly. Instead of the childlike form we're used to, the real Herta will be in her adult body, most likely as a tall female character. Hoyoverse is pulling out all the stops to make her a high-profile, top-tier release, aiming for her to outshine Aglaia. So, if you're a Herta fan, this one's definitely for you. Finally, let's touch on 2 new characters expected to arrive in version 3.1. First, we have a Quantum Harmony character who's a young girl, with a design similar to Beilu's. While we don't have much info on her kit yet, her role in Harmony suggests she'll bring unique support abilities that could be very helpful for quantum-focused teams. The second character is an imaginary destruction type, described as a muscular male character, similar in style to Jingyuan and Locha. With this combination, we're probably looking at a strong damage dealer who could fill a unique niche within the destruction path. Both of these characters are expected to bring fresh dynamics to the game, so keep an eye out as we get more details. And that wraps up the latest info. From the intriguing possibility of Gilgamesh, the arrival of Aglaia and her new mechanics, to finally meeting the real Herta, there's a lot to look forward to in the coming updates. Let me know in the comments which of these characters or updates has you the most excited. And if you want to save up to 20% on the current banners, visit lootbar.gg. The link is in the description.